Hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I haven't done one of these in quite a while. We're going to be doing a Gong Hee Fat Choi about how is the autumn going to affect the British royal family, the senior members of the royal family. If you go back and look at the other one I did, there was a death, and it turned out to be the Duchess of Kent. These are very profound. We use all 32 cards. What I like about this system is you can make your own with just a deck of cards and the layout here. If you want to have a deeper understanding, sign up for my Teaching Tarot. That is, join as a membership at the Magician level. And I have a specific class on Gong Hee Fat Choi. It's an ancient Chinese, it's not a card trick, a card reading, fortune telling. And what's most important is that you have to make a wish while you are shuffling. And I'm going to wish for good health for the royal family. I'm going to wish for good health for the royal family. Now, this is autumn from September 22nd until December 21st. And what's really interesting is this autumnal equinox falls on the same day as a solar eclipse. Interestingly, this is the second new moon in Virgo in the tropical. The first new moon was Virgo 0 degrees. The second new moon is Virgo 29 degrees. So we have two Virgo new moons. And what's really interesting is that Virgo rules work. And Trump just announced a big change to a work visa in the United States. So the eclipse energy has already started. All right, Gong Hee Fat Choi. I wish for the royal family good health. And this is for the senior British royal family. One of the things with Gong Hee Fat Choi is you do not cut them. And then now we lay them all out. So this will be squishy, so I apologize in advance, but we'll be able to figure it out. Five, 6, 7, 8. 1. Now we just lay them all out. The first, you'll see what I mean shortly. Every card is in a different house, and that then we read what that card in that house means. So this is a long reading. If you want to pause it now and go get yourself a little beverage. Now, how come I have an extra one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, I'm pretty sure I followed it. No, I don't. I don't have an extra one. Welcome to my brain. All right. So this is how we read it. You definitely need a book because you just cannot memorize every house, because every house has 32 different fortunes, right? So you definitely need the book. So I've got the book here with me on my phone, and here's each house. So the first house, we have vocation on the compass house. So the house of compass, we look for the king of clubs. See, so here's the king of clubs on the, see, this is the houses. So we're in the house of compass. And now I look for king of clubs, which is vocation. Vocation. There is a vibration of a better condition in your life from the source of your livelihood. Get in tune with this and prosper. Pray and be thankful. Maybe we're going to see the British royal family. Maybe we're going to see King Charles focus more on some of the products that come from Highgrove, maybe more focusing on different ways the family can make money in perpetual, selling flowers or whatever they do. And it shows that if they focus on that, they're going to be very, very successful. So the next house is wishes. That's where you make your wish as you shuffle. And so then I go to House of Wishes, and we have a Jack of Hearts. So now I read what the Jack of Hearts popularity. Your wish pertains to or will be influenced by popularity in a business or social way. Check the card in the House of Popularity. If a heart, diamond, or club, a good chance for your wish. If it's a spade, an opposition. So now we have to go to the House of Popularity. So you use your key here, and it's right up here on the first one. And it's house 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and it's luck. So that's what it said, a good chance for the wish. So maybe we are going to see good health for the royal family. According to these cards, we're going to see good health for the royal family. All right, so then we go to the next, and this is success, and we have a king. We're having great luck so far in this. So we are now in the house of success, and we want to go to diamonds, papers. Your success is connected with legal matters or a court action of some kind. If you attend school, study a profession, that is where your success lies. Successful if signing papers soon. Now, this might be something to do with King William. Did I just say King William? This could have something to do with that we see some kind of papers signed that elevates Prince of Wales to King William in some regards. Let's keep reading. So the next house is the House of the Moon, and we have a 10 of clubs. Journey. You go on a trip, you will love it. If single, a honeymoon trip or an outing with your sweetheart, or a trip that betters your condition. A better position will be offered. Make the change. I think we might see some kind of paper signed here about Prince William he's going on a journey from Prince of Wales to King. Let's see, the next house is the House of Surprises, and we have the surprises card in the House of Surprises. You will have one of the biggest surprises of your life. It might be a good surprise. Wow. And that's double because a surprise card is in the House of Surprises. Big surprise. So be prepared for a big surprise in the British royal family. In the House of Popularity, remember we already looked at that because we had the popularity card and the instructions were to look in the house. We have luck. The 9 of clubs. You'll be lucky in being well thought of, and you will take an active part in social functions. You'll meet people and make connections that will be lucky for you. Popularity and good luck are in store for you. Now, are we going to see King Charles turn that ship around? He has been very unpopular lately. Perhaps this is something about King Charles, and he elevates himself. Next is journey. It looks like somebody is going on a journey here that's going to be very, very lucky and successful. Your success started through your early training at home. Okay, we are definitely talking about Prince William here. Or you will have a successful home or will succeed as a homemaker or builder. So I'm going to also say the house that they're renovating is going to go really well, or success in selling and buying a home. So this is definitely, we've got Prince William. I keep tripping over myself saying King William, King William. So I don't know if that's a harbinger of what's happening. Also, this would be elevating his home from where they call their forever home to Windsor Castle, too. Um, let's keep reading. Papers, relatives. So the house and papers is, we have Jack of Clubs. You will be involved with relatives, very close business associates, or friends in court, or you will go or be called to court as a witness. This is something to do with Harry and his court cases. Okay, next house is vocation. Oh, and we have King of Hearts here. You should cultivate a cheerful disposition which will help you, or happiness in your work, or your work will be for or with very nice people, or you will enjoy your work. Boy, we're sure getting really good cards here. This is fantastic. I know that sometimes, though, that's not so great, because once we get to some of the more dangerous houses and you have your more dangerous cards, boy, oh boy. All right, House of Marriage. This is the House of Marriage, and we have the money card, which is the 10 of Diamonds. Through marriage, you will obtain money. Your mate will be successful with your help, or a mercenary marriage or a wealthy marriage. So this is definitely something about Harry and Meghan is going to be active in this autumn time here. All right. Happiness, Ace of Hearts. Can't ignore that. That's nice. And that's abode. And I wrote that reversed. The Ace of Hearts in the House of Happiness indicates that happiness should come through a good home and a thrifty mate. So it's interesting because a lot of the other cards have shown that, November is a very detrimental month. We will see King William before the end of the year. But yet, this is showing some kind of happiness, and people are doing well, and vocations are well, and the move is going to go really well for um, William. And we're going to see something about a marriage that revolves around money. So I'm going to say that's Harry and Meghan. But there's going to be general happiness, and then look what the card next to is happiness, and this is enjoyment, and we have a 7 of Hearts here. That's what I'm saying. Like, we are getting so many happy cards up here, and then look how dark it gets down here. Many nice invitations will come to you within the month that you should enjoy immensely. Some new clothing is enjoyed by you. So I think we're going to see some more dinners, tiaras, dresses, dress up things. We're going to see kind of more invitations of what's going on. So far, we've got a lot of happiness for the royal family. All right, the next house is messages, and we have the Inquirer is coming for messages. So this will be interesting. See what this says. The Queen of Clubs, the Inquirer. A message comes from a distance to you, or you will receive mail advertising a trip or inviting you on one. So I think this is definitely Harry reaching out to the senior royals. I'm going to say this is actually the Queen of Wands here. I'm going to say I think Princess Anne is going to hear some kind of news. All right. Relatives, 8 of Hearts. Wow, they're getting like fantastic cards here. The Moon. Someone or one of your relatives loves you very much, and you are the favorite. If you have children, natural or adopted, they will bestow much love on you. As a whole, friends and relatives love you. I think that there's going to be something that happens in the royal family that elevates the whole royal family. Something happens. There's some kind of happiness. There's some kind of joy and luck and goodwill coming for the royal family. Is this in the first half of the autumn season? Probably. Probably, because this, if you think this is first half, this is second half. So first half would go somewhere until the end of October, and then November until the end, until December 21st, right? So now let's go into the second half, and we have money, and we have the 9 of clubs. Oh, did we miss one? Did we miss health? No, no, no. We got that one. Relatives, moon. Okay. Now we are in the money, house of money. And we have 9 of hearts, in which 9 of hearts is the wishes card. It's the 9 of cups in uh, tarot as well. If you have wished for money, you will get it. Or if your wish is hindered by your wish is hindered by the lack of money, a good chance for your wish. So anything to do with money, their wish will come true. I don't know about that. House of money, wishes. Perhaps that has something to do with here that they get some other kind of income stream going. I know I know King Charles likes to get his vegetarian stuff going and sell different things. Even though it all goes to charity, it still looks good for the royal family. Perhaps there is something that they can start to make money from. I know they've started to rent out some of their homes, and perhaps that's going to go really well for them. All right, seasons. Now, this is interesting because now we're starting to get into this is a dark card. And even though it says the sun, oh, just a minute here. It's the 10 of spades. The next 3 months should change the conditions of your life, or through the past 3 months, things have changed for you, perhaps so gradually that you have not noticed it. The sun should shine for you for the next 3 months. The lucky day is Thursday. So this is interesting that this came on the 3 month, and we're doing the 3 month reading right now. I'm going to say that this has a lot to do with the king's health, and I'm going to tell you why. It says because it's changed so gradually that you didn't even notice it, and the next 3 months should be lucky for you. So perhaps he does survive the next 3 months. All right. The next one is friends, and we have a Jack of Spades, which is the compass, which is directions. You should not be too trusting. All are not friends. Also, someone who pretends to be a friend will not be faithful and will cause trouble. Or you will hear a friend talk on the radio or TV. Who is this? Harry. And we also have just below the money marriage card. Here's some papers. I think we are definitely Harry's going to definitely cause a problem again. They've trusted him and he's blabbing to the world about something. Okay, gifts. And then we have gratitude, Queen of Spades. Someone will give you a gift out of gratitude, or an ungrateful person will try and keep someone from giving you something that was promised. A grateful person will be glad to receive some of your unwanted clothes. I'm going to go with this has something to do, an ungrateful person will try and keep someone from giving something that you promised. So perhaps Harry promises he's going to bring the children, or perhaps leave the queen here. And guess what? They're working in tandem. Look at them looking in the same direction. All right, letters. And we have seasons, which is the Queen of Diamonds. You should not put off answering letters. Someone awaits word from you, or you are anxious to hear from a certain person. You should receive plenty of mail in the next 3 months. There's going to be, look at the three, actually we have 4 cards here we're going to hear all kinds of back and forth chatter. All kinds of back and forth chatter from the, remember the Queen of Spades, we call her the bitch, right? So I think we are going to see some big chatter back and forth. This is trouble. Look at letters, trouble, like they're just all together. So let's look under what kind of trouble is coming for the royal family. You'll receive troublesome mail that worries you, an unjust bill, something disagreeable, or news from someone else in trouble, or a trial followed in the paper or in the internet. So there's definitely some kind of lawsuit coming, something legal coming. I think that we're going to see, look at all the people here. Look at up here, all kinds of people are going to be involved. Down here, so in the second half, once we get into November, we're going to start to see a lot of information back and forth. Disappointment, we have trouble. I told you, I didn't like that all this was front loaded with really good news. Eight of Spades, trouble on disappointment. Worry and disappointment are in store for you if you have not had them already. Grasp trouble like nettles and it will not sting. Be careful of what you are doing, especially when you drive. Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder if a royal is going to be in a car accident. Death. We have messages. 7 of clubs in the house of death. You'll receive a message about death and will send flowers, or hear of the sickness of a friend who is badly hurt but who will recover. A call on a sick person. Okay, so I think this is so interesting because we have called for November. We'll hear the message about a death of somebody in the royal family. So we've gotten it again for autumn. I'm wondering here if this has anything to do with an inheritance and letters and stuff. All right, let's keep going. Undertaking, marriage. We need 10 of hearts, which is a nice card. A new undertaking along the lines of uniting either your services or businesses will be offered. This should be good. Or a new position is offered to you. A contract signed. Is this William taking on a new position? Here's the inheritance. Achievements. Eight of diamonds. Though being clever or smart in some achievement, something good is offered you, or an inheritance is given you for being obedient to someone's wishes. I wonder if one of Harry's ways to get any kind of money from his father, remember his father has personal money, it's not just crown money, is if he leaves his wife, or his wife can't touch it, or it's for the children. Here's the death card in the inheritance. You may inherit a fortune through a death or the division of property with someone living. All right, callers, 8 of clubs. Achievement. Callers will tell you of some business, some line they may want you to invest in or buy a stock in, a business caller. Gratitude, Ace of diamonds, that's good. That's a good one to have in gratitude. Someone near you will be grateful for your help in some new undertaking, or you have a grateful friend. All right. In callers in the house of the Inquirer. So this is in the house of the royal family, and we have the King of Spades. Someone will call who truly is a bore or someone you don't care to see. This indicates a call you would like to avoid, but the caller will arrive. Who do you think that caller is? You know who the King of Swords is? That's our William. Well, maybe William's going to have to deal with Harry whether he likes it or not. Luck, gifts, that's a good one to get. You should be lucky in receiving gifts, lucky in gambles. A new proposition will be offered that is good. And then the final card, the Sun, is disappointment. So over, the Sun is overall, right? Over the 3 months. That's what the Sun card. Nine of Spades. The sun will shine through a delay. Do not be upset over this delay. Relax and wait. Time is your ally. All right. So what do you think? What do you think? I think that I think autumn is going to come in very, very happy. They're coming off the glow of the Trump state dinner. I think it's going to, there's going to be something that goes on. Maybe we're going to see Catherine in her more beautiful dresses. Maybe we're going to see more tiaras. We're definitely, the royal family is definitely going to get more love than they have in a long time. Then the second half shows up, and I think things really start to turn. I think we start to see Harry pulling his old stunts again. I think we're going to see some trouble. We are going to hear a message of a death. We do have a lot in here that someone is elevated in their position, signs new contracts. If we remember correctly, when Queen Elizabeth passed away, there's that infamous Charles was signing things and his pen didn't work or it was leaking, and he also pushed a phone away, and so there's contracts to be signed and things to do, and you have to deal with people, and there's an inheritance. So what are we looking at here? And at the same time, the elevation could be, we have to remember, the Duke of Kent is a senior working royal member. He's now the oldest royal. And if he passes, then his son will get his dukedom. So that's an elevation as well. So we shouldn't be so quick to run at King Charles. It could be the Duke of Kent as well, or any Duke of Gloucestershire. I think he looked quite poorly. And then his dukedom is inherited. So there's other kind of dukedoms, different things that if the male passes away, the earl then becomes the duke. So it doesn't always have to be the king. But I think look at this. We've got 2 spades, 2 diamonds, Jack and Queen, and they're looking at each other and they're arguing and fighting over what's going on. I think that's the 4. I think we're going to see some words being lobbed back and forth, continuous unfairly on William. He's done nothing wrong, and he's being made out to look like the bad guy. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll check back in 3 months. But this, again, is called Gong Hee Fat Choi. You can Google it or join my teaching tarot. That's the magician level, and go in and watch the lesson or lessons on this, and get a deck of cards and do it yourself. All right, take good care. See you online. Bye for now.